Welcome to the More 5-Minute St. Louis Real Estate Market Update for October 2013. I'm Dennis Norman, one of the brokers at More, and if you'll give me about 5 minutes of your time, I'll bring you up to date on what's happening in the St. Louis real estate market. Here you see our trademarked market action index for the 5 counties that make up the bulk of the St. Louis real estate market. On the left, you'll see the numbers for the index. Anything above a 30 indicates that market is a seller's market. The higher it goes, the hotter it goes. Below 30, it's a buyer's market. The lower it goes down to a 0 or toward a 0, the colder the market is, the more it favors buyers. And you can see here on this chart that shows the last 90 days, you can see the trend over the last 90 days is to move from a seller's market to a buyer's market. The yellow line, which is Jefferson County, was pretty much in a buyer's market for the bulk of the last 90 days. It did shoot up into seller's market territory a little bit, as did Franklin County, represented by the blue line. But the other 3 lines, which represent St. Louis City, St. Louis County, and St. Charles County, were all definitely in seller's market territory over from the midpoint of summer through the end of summer and beginning of fall. St. Louis County, the black line is still got the warmest or hottest market, if you will. Hardly hot. It's about a 33, so barely into seller's market territory. But we can see the trend for all 5 counties as we move into October is downward toward a buyer's market. Here we have a table that shows St. Louis's hottest markets, so the ones that favor the sellers the most. And this is the 17 highest ones. And you can see up there zip code 63122, that area of Glendale is a 49. That's a pretty strong seller's market, followed by 63040, Grover with a 44, and so forth. If you're a seller and one of or a homeowner wishing to sell, and you see your zip code up here on this table, you should talk with us. Now would probably be a good time to entertain selling. At the other end of the spectrum, here's a table that shows the coldest markets in St. Louis. These are buyers' markets. You can see at the top of the list with the coldest market for the area, the 63103 area of the city of St. Louis with an 18. Then you can see the 122 area of Des Peres with a 19. That's an area that's cooled off recently, and so forth. You can see the others. If you're a buyer, particularly an investor looking for an opportunity, or just a buyer with some flexibility on where you're going to live, and you are looking for an opportunity, these markets here, represented on this table, could present some opportunities. Here is a table and a chart that shows the number of sales and the average sales price for all of the 5 counties that we just discussed combined over the past year, and by month. And you can see the blue columns, which represent the number of sales. You can see what that's done with the peak over the summer, of course. But here, September of this year, you can see at about the 2,800 home mark was a fair amount higher than September of last year when it was down below 2,500. The green line represents the average sales price, and you can see what that's done. It peaked when the sales peaked over summer and has trailed off a little bit. Here's a similar chart. This shows the median sales price, a little more accurate indicator of the price. That's the yellow line. And then the red line just shows the median days it's taken homes to sell, the median days on market. And we can see over the past year, the median sales price did rise over the summer. It's declined a little bit, but you can still see here that it is up from where it was a year ago. This median price for this 5-county area looks like it's up in the 130-something range right now. It was about 120 a year ago. Time it takes to sell a house is down significantly from where it was a year ago. It's about 50 days right now, and we can see back here a year ago it was about almost 70 days. This chart here is what I call my Realtor Scorecard. This shows how well realtors are doing educating sellers and getting homes priced right to start with, which is essential. If you're a seller thinking of selling, you really need a company that has the tools and resources like we have available to really understand the market, because those first few days or few weeks in the market are critical. The yellow line represents what the home sold for relative to the original list price. I'm sorry, the list price at the time of sale. The red line to the original list price. You can see homes have been selling for close to 97, almost 98% of what they were listed for at the time of sale. That's pretty normal. Down here, we can see that realtors are doing a little better with their pricing. Houses are selling for about 95% of the original list price. This shows the listing inventory. In terms of months supply, we can see it's around 6 months supplied, better than a year ago when it was 7. And here's a 10-year look. Shows what's happened to prices. The green line's median home prices over the past 10 years. Blue line median list prices. Home prices are just slightly ahead of where they were 10 years ago. And there you go. That's our 5-minute update. Remember to visit stlouisrealestatesearch.com, St. Louis's favorite real estate site to search for homes for sale. Here's our legal disclaimer. Make sure you read that. It's very interesting. And there you go. Again, visit St. Louis Real Estate or stlouisrealestatesearch.com. And until next month, God bless you. Thank you.